20 minutes past the hour here, and the task force investigating President-elect Trump's assassination attempts now pushing for access to ATF records. The task force subpoenaed the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives this week, demanding documents and depositions linked to the agency's involvement. Joining me now, I have Republican Congressman Mike Kelly, chairman of the task force on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Congressman, welcome to the show. You know, I was reading a piece in the Washington Times yesterday where you outlined how hard it's been to get the ATF to cooperate, that most federal agencies except them have complied. Why?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us on, Markie. I appreciate that. Listen, I think as we go on and on with this investigation, I've been amazed by the paranoia that when you talk to the federal agencies, they really wonder, so why are you asking these questions? And automatically we go back, so I don't know why you're asking me, why we're asking the questions, just please answer them. Now, when it takes, so starting on the 3rd of October, we sent a letter out to ATF. Again, November the 6th, and finally on the 18th, after the subpoenas go out, all of a sudden, bam, they're right on top of it and say, okay, fine, here's what you were asking for. So when you look at this, in a case, a situation where there's so many questions about what happened on July 13th, and then again on September 15th, down at Trump International, sometimes kind of the stonewalling that you're getting from the federal agencies really makes you get to the point you say, listen, we're not here to get you. We're here to get information. Just please, just level with us, do it in a timely fashion, and don't make us have to go to the use of a subpoena to get that from you.
Yeah, and then you turned to subpoenas. You served them, and then in less than an hour, they sent you their first set of documents. Are you able to share what they sent you, sir?
No, not at this moment, but we will be able to as we start to finish our report. And I think it'll be, it's going to be revealing to the American people that we have to restore the faith and trust and confidence they have in all these different agencies. One thing I will tell you, Markie, if you want to do that, if you want to restore the faith and trust and confidence, then you have to come clean right across from the beginning to the end of the failures that took place that day. Not doing that adds to the conspiracy theory that goes on whenever it is, well, why won't you answer questions that are so basic? Why do we have to go to a subpoena? And with 1 hour, what we were waiting for over a month, all of a sudden it shows up like that. Yeah. It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
We're trying to get this done.
I respect the fact that you just said you're not able to share what those documents are. Can you at least share whether or not it sheds any light on motive? And if you got any clearer answers on that?
Yeah. No. Well, I think once we look at them closer, and I've got to tell you, this staff, I know there's 13 members of Congress on this task force. There are 30 people on the staff, right, that are doing all this incredible work. Thousands and thousands of pages, over 40-some transcribed interviews. As we start to break that down, it becomes more apparent the lack of preparation on July the 13th. And then after that, why can't we just talk about what happened and what didn't happen, and why in the world that would ever have happened that way? And then the question is, so how do you prevent it from happening in the future? I think if we set up guidelines, and once we get to the final piece, and I'll be glad to come back and talk to you about it, once I have clear information of what I can see and what the rest of the task force can see, and also Jason Crow, who's on the minority side of this, we're just taking a look to find out what can we do to make it safer for people we're supposed to be protecting. And I'm not so much protecting the agencies that are supposed to do it, but actually protecting the people they're supposed to be protecting.
Yeah, and not. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.